This is Leah with Backyard Homestead in Starkville, Mississippi, and we are out in the garden this morning getting ready to do some harvesting. And this bumblebee is working this zinnia. He is barely even moving. Pretty fun. And wanted to show, oh yeah, these are our pumpkins I showed in the last video, and they are doing well, looking huge. And we have, I can't find it, we have a pumpkin on now finally. There he is, starting to swell. So we may actually get some pumpkins out of this. That's pretty fun. Or a pumpkin, right? And we found some watermelons, a watermelon, in our watermelon patch. Got a watermelon right here. So this rambling acre of climbing vines or sprawling plants, we may get some produce out of it after all. There's another watermelon over there. And that's the only pumpkin I found, but we've got pretty blooms everywhere, so hopefully we're going to get some pumpkins out of it. And our Mexican sunflower is finally starting to bloom, and it is so tall, I'm having to aim up at it, but there's clusters of orange sunflowers on them. Let me try to get around where I can show that. Let's see. There's kind of a shot, but they're really, really tall, and they should be covered with blooms eventually, but there's some at the very top right now. You can try to bend one over.
I'll break it.
Yeah, really pretty blooms. Just little, should be clusters of them, but got a few at the tops now. So kind of pleased with these. They're really pretty. I've seen hummingbirds working them. This is one of our rows of pink-eye purple hull peas, and there's a bunch hanging on here, a bunch that need picking. So we're going to get out here and pick these purple hull peas in just a second. And the Roma tomatoes, we've been picking for a while now. There's several that need picking, and today may finally be our last day to pick these, as the vines are starting to go down. There's several that are ready to pick, and then I think we're going to go ahead and pull the vines off today after we pick them, so we can get something else planted. Alright, first order of business, we're going to get in here and pick these purple hull peas. We'll come back and show you what we got. But they are making really well. Already had several pickings this year. Alright, we'll come back and show you what we get off these. This is another patch of the pink-eye purple hull peas we have planted, and they're just starting to bloom and put on little bitty peas, but they're not quite ready to pick yet. I've got some little peas, a lot of pretty blooms, and Alan just went through and picked all the Romas off of this row, and there are, yeah, we're going to go ahead and, these are the, okay, went ahead and picked the green ones and the red ones, and we're going to go ahead and pull these. They're about finished. We can get something else going. So we picked the Roma tomatoes, and we picked the purple hull peas. Next thing to pick are these climbing rattlesnake green beans, and they are making like crazy hanging with them, and they're beautiful.
Picked them 3 times this week.
Yeah, we picked them 3 times this week already. They're hanging. Look at them. We're so pleased with these. So we're going to get in here and pick these, and I'll come back and show you what we got. But they are just, I mean, all over the place. They're beautiful. Gorgeous. All right. We'll pick these, come back and do a weigh-in. Super nice green bean haul. Almost a 5-gallon bucket full. Very nice. And this is our other pea patch. It's really starting to look nice. They're not blooming yet, but this is where the corn was. And the okra is starting to look nice. We're getting a few nice little, decent little harvests of okra. Save it up for a couple days and have enough to eat. But we already picked it, and I'll show you that in a minute. Our bush butter beans are starting to bloom and form some little butter beans. So hopefully we'll have some butter beans before long. These are our sweet potatoes that we planted in buckets where we pulled the Irish potatoes. We had that abysmal Irish potato harvest. But we got sweet potatoes going in these buckets. Right, and this is our corner of the growing area where we've got our chickens and our quail and our catfish pond. We were trying to decide what to have for lunch today. We're either going to have catfish or quail, along with these vegetables we picked today. Pond is still doing well.
Need the water.
Yeah, and keep the water circulating through the filter, and then also here for extra aeration. And we can also attach a hose to this so we can water the garden with the good fish water. This is our catfish pond. Okay, this is our filter with the sponges, and this is where it collects the beneficial bacteria.
Water right here.
And we have a pipe running from the back of this, so we can attach a hose to this and water straight out of the filter as well. And that's some good rich water. And it rained yesterday. This is the area back behind our shed, and it's been so dry. The ground's cracking open. It rained yesterday. We needed it really badly. Let me show you this crack. We've got the Grand Canyon running back here all behind our shed. I'll show you back here. Oh wow, yeah, it's really cracked open back here. Got a crater. But it's been super, super dry lately. We got a good rain yesterday, but not enough to make up for the deficit we've had. Okay, we harvested the green beans, the pink eye purple hull peas, the okra, and the Roma tomatoes. And now I'm going to get out here in this pepper patch and harvest some peppers. And that'll be the last thing to harvest today. But everything's doing pretty well. The peas are starting to kick in. The tomatoes are wrapping up. We've got several different succession plantings of peas going, so they should make way into the summer. I expect to be hopefully harvesting peas till October, hopefully, with as many plantings as we have. And oh, I didn't show the willow leaf climbing butter beans aren't anywhere near making, but they're doing well. They're real healthy and pretty, and they've climbed all the way to the top of the fence. So hopefully they'll kick in. The bush butter beans are finally blooming and have some little butter beans hanging on them, and then hopefully these climbing beans will take over. I'm going to get over here and pick peppers, and I'll come back and show you how many peppers we got. Alright, I'm fixing to wade into this pepper patch, see what I can find. Let's see. Yeah, this pepper plant doesn't look very good, but we have a pretty orange pepper over here. One turning. And the banana pepper finally started making. It's been a long time coming, but maybe it'll kick in now. It's covered with banana peppers. Alright, I'm going to turn this off and get in here and pick. And again, like last time, they've kind of all grown together, so it's hard to keep the different varieties separated. So I'm just going to pick it and call it peppers, except for the jalapenos and the bells. I can tell them really easily. But the rest I'm just lumping under peppers now. Alright, I'll come back and show you what we get. Alright, so for today's garden harvest, we picked 5.6 pounds of Roma tomatoes, 2.64 pounds of pink eye purple hull peas, 11.53 pounds of the rattlesnake common green beans, 0.33 pounds of okra, 4.80 pounds of peppers, and 0.55 pounds of jalapeno peppers. And I forgot to weigh. We got one Park Swapper tomato, and I hadn't weighed him in yet. I forgot to weigh him. So I don't like to guess on the weights. So how much? Okay, sorry. Alan said he weighed the Park Swapper in, and it's 0.53 on the Park Swapper. And that is it for today's garden harvest. And I'm going to come back and show you when we get our lunch together. But we have decided on having quail and purple hull peas, green beans, and okra. And I'll come back and show you that when we get that together. Thanks for watching. All right, and this is today's lunch. We're having pink eye purple hull peas straight from the garden, green beans straight from the garden, fried okra, and quail. And that is everything on this plate, straight out of our backyard. Thanks for watching.